Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. You might hear a pep in my step, a little excitement in my voice, which is a first, because I'm about to talk about something I don't have a lot of, shall we say, experience the last several years, because I haven't done Alliance War since I want to say like season 8. Seriously. That's what it feels like, at least. It's been almost 30 seasons since I played, and I don't miss it at all. But the loyalty store is why I am so excited. We're going to talk about all of it in this message. MCOC team, time for the start of a new season. War Season Summoners, the season that has got a good number of changes, including a massive update to the loyalty store, a new attack tactic, and the rotation of expert tactics. So, rewards update. The major Alliance War rewards update this season comes to the loyalty store. For the first time ever, players will be able to spend loyalty on valuable champion upgrade materials. The materials available are the most prized in the game, and the intent is for players to have to save up for their purchases and choose between the different options. Nobody will be able to buy everything available every season. This is not the Glory Store, which I also don't think you can buy everything every season in the Glory Store. That's a weird analogy. This update will turn loyalty from a fringe currency. It's no longer the cryptocurrency of MCOC. Shout out to everybody who goes after crypto. I hope it's very valuable. We are hoping it will make all players feel like we are rewarding their time and effort spent in Alliance War. These changes will go into effect when the pre-season starts. All items have a 41-day purchase limit refresh. Paragon players get Tier 6 basic Callus fragments up to 28,500, purchase limit of 2, and Tier 3 Alpha. So it's half of a Tier 6 and half of a Tier 3. And the loyalty cost is, for the max purchase limit, what, $1 million? A 6-star Awakening Gem Crystal? Are you kidding me? This is the first time we have ever seen that. And 6-star 6 stones, when they say 6 stones, it implies generic. However, $150,000 for a loyalty cost is a high price to pay. You're getting 5 6-star 6 stones for $150,000, which, I mean, you've got to ask yourself, is it worth it to do that and take away from the Tier 6 basic Callus fragments and the Tier 3 Alpha? The 6-star Awakening Gem Crystal, though. The only thing about that is I have a couple of 6-star generic Awakening Gems that I have held on to thanks to July 4th, Cyber Weekend, etc. And so, personally, I think it's much more exciting for Paragon players to do the guaranteed resource. Remember, the Awakening Gem Crystal is still a crystal. It's an RNG of 1 out of 6 classes. So it's got to be Tier 3 Alpha and Tier 6 Basic as the guarantee value. Between that and the Daily Special, it's going to be a lot easier to take 6 stars to rank 4 if you do everything. Thronebreaker gets also Tier 6 Basic and Tier 3 Alpha, but it's like a $250,000 up cost. But, you know, that's sort of fair. I know some people probably will push back on me saying that, but it's at least in line with some of what Kabam has done, minus the worst August daily calendar of all time, where they gave you all, for the daily card, I should say, 1/3 of the value for the exact same price. In order for this to be the same in terms of the equivalent, they would have to essentially say, hey, Tier 6 Basic fragments and Tier 3 Alpha Callus fragments, it's going to be 500,000 a piece, and you'll get like 10,000 or 8,000 of each. So thankfully they haven't done that. Tier 5 Class Callus Fragment Selector, a 20%. That's huge for Cavalier players. I am more and more convinced that Kabam does not want Cavalier players to stay Cavalier. There are so many opportunities now, especially with the Daily Special 7-day card, for you to get enough Tier 5 Class Catalyst Fragment Selectors to take a 6-star to rank 3, that there should be no excuse for people who are Cavalier long-term. Thronebreaker is a very manageable path. Obviously, you've still got to complete Act 6, and that final boss is very difficult. Trust me, I know. But at the same time, they're giving you a life raft off of Cavalier Island to Thronebreaker, which in a lot of ways is the new Cavalier anyway. While Alliance War ranked rewards received a relatively recent update, they remain undertuned compared to rewards elsewhere in the game. Our intention is for the top Alliance War ranked rewards to be among the best rewards in the game. While we did not get a chance to update them this season because of our work to update the loyalty store, we have put together a more scheduled process that they will receive more frequent updates moving forward. Expect another update later this year. At the start of Season 36, we'll be making an update to the current acquisition of Class Power Boost. We'll be moving these to shift into a similar space as Gray Boost. The new look for them in the store will be as follows. All 200% Class Power Boost will be set to a 1-week purchase limit for 10,000 loyalty. All 150% Class Power Boost will be 1-week purchase limit for 5,000 loyalty. That sounds reasonable, right? Maybe. All 200% Class Power Boost will have a 250 unit cost option in the Boost store. 125 unit for 150. Boy, that sure seems like the 150% one is a better value since it's half the price. And then you got the new tactic update. Debuff Detox. Whenever the attacker blocks or dodges an attack, they gain 1 detox charge up to a max of 6. If the attacker reaches max detox charges, they will consume all charges and become debuff immune for 5 seconds. Developer note, something key to this tactic is that this is expressly not a purify to remove the debuffs. This means you should be able to get around someone like Bishop's Purify Punishment when using this tactic. And then the pool, Stealth Spidey, Hawkeye, Carnivore Thor, Karnak, Misty Knight, Gwenpool, Hood, Mysterio, Venom, Venompool, Gore. Gore is already in there. Wow. Guillotine, Thor, Jane Foster, Havoc, Simi Supreme, Professor X, Black, Colossus, Falcon, Black Widow, the Origin, Ultron. Okay. Shout out to Ultron. Yeah. And then you've got this sick and tired. For defense, while the defender has 3 more debuffs, the defender is passively heal blocked. Oh, that's going to help with suicides, right? Or should I say hurt? Well, this heal block is active. Defender's unblockable ability actually is reduced by 100%. And then Bans Volume 2, as mentioned previously, Season 36 will be the kickoff of the Blacklist, Whitelist feature in Bans Volume 2. Blacklisted champions will be unavailable for use on attack for the duration of the season and will not count toward Alliance Battle Group bans. Here's how we'll break down in Season 36. The Blacklist is Human Torch and Hercules, boy. But every champion's the same, prof. There's no tier list. BS. Challenger, Blacklist, Human Torch. Node changes in an effort to add more threat to Path 3. We are theorizing some ideas to help push this meta forward without narrowing the counters down to a specific few. What came out of those talks was, instead of focusing on damaging threats to the armor, why not pick a few characteristics of the ideal class that is meant to be placed in these nodes and amplify key characteristics. Electric defense, spaced armor, slopped armor. Look at the node 6 changes. A lot of words are there. And then node 42 changes. Node 20 changes. Node 46 changes. So, here's the bottom line, right? I mean, this is really the whole point of this. Right here. Especially you wallet breaker players. So, I am going to just theorize real quick on my account because this is kind of a fun game. As I was on auto fight. Remember, do the easy fights on auto fight for those max points in everybody's favorite hero use. So I have 1.276 million loyalty. Now, of course, I wish I had that huge amount of loyalty back that Unstoppable Colossus' Awakening went to. That was like 1.6 million. Most of this loyalty is thanks to compensation, though. So for 1.276 million loyalty, I should say, I will be able to purchase another half of a fully formed of both materials, right? I'll be able to purchase for 1.26 million, 28,500 tier 6 basic and 22,500 tier 3 alpha. Now, does this make me tempted to play Alliance War? Absolutely not. I'm still much happier not doing Alliance War, but I'm happy for those of you that are, that you're going to have a lot better value for your loyalty. Are you pumped about this? What do you think about the blacklist bans? Still crazy to see that. I had a friend who once got blacklisted at a casino. That's an entirely different situation. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. I look forward to reading your comments below.